Caravan Carolyn thinks about making some big changes again. That and a whole lot more. We're going to talk about some camping tips. We got some bus conversions. We got some people that are thinking about leaving the RV life. We got some newcomers to the van life. We got some single folks RVing. We have some families RVing. We got chicken sandwiches. And we even got some flight issues. Got all kinds of stuff going on. This one might be a little bit long, but we got a whole lot to talk about. So stick around and let's get into it. All right, let's start this one off with my favorite camper, who's not in an RV or in her car. She's actually outside camping. Sheila, outside and travel. Now, this little video, I think it's pretty good. She got some good information. And the part that I found informative was she got these little tarps that she uses to give her some shade, but they're special. They're actually kind of opaque, so you can kind of see through them, and it lets the breeze through. So it blocks the shade, but doesn't block that cooling breeze. So if you want some camping tips and some information on some pretty cool tarps, go over and check out my girl, Sheila. That's right, Sheila, outside and travel. All right, now we got Pierre from Heat Seeker Bus. That's right. Now, if you've been following along, he's went on his first big trip with it, and he went camping and fishing and had some fun, but on his way home had some engine problems. He did nurse it. He got it back home, and now he's doing all kinds of troubleshooting. He's changing the oil. He's changing fuel filters. He's doing all kinds of stuff, but he couldn't figure out what was wrong, but he thinks he got it all figured out now. He got the word that there's a tiny little fuel filter, not like the main one that he changed already, but he went and found that and went and changed it, but he left us with a cliffhanger. It was too late in the day, and he had other things to do. By the time he was done with the fuel filter and all that stuff, he didn't get to go on a road test to see if that was definitely the cure or not. So, go over and check out what he did. And I guess, just like me, we're going to have to stay tuned to see if this is actually the fix or not. Let's cross our fingers for Pierre, for Heat Seeker Bus. Go check him out. All right, while we're talking about people with buses and doing bus conversion, let's swing over and see what CoolBreeze is into. That's right, CoolBreeze. He is doing a bus conversion as well. Pretty cool stuff. Go over and check him out. But yeah, he's having all kinds of problems. I mean, he went to a service center, thought they were going to hook him up and fix some things for him. And oh man, it was just one thing after another that they were doing wrong, and they went to put stuff back together, and it wasn't right. But anyway, if you're into the schoolies and the bus conversion, go over and check out my buddy CoolBreeze. He's doing some pretty cool stuff. He's building a deck up on top and everything, man. Interesting stuff, so he can climb up there and sit in a chair or hang out and do whatever. But he's doing some cool things, so go check out CoolBreeze. Let's swing over to Dana, Six String Steve, and the crew of Full Tiny House and see what they're into. Well, guess what? They say things are going to be changing a little bit. The activities that they do and the way they film and the things that they film, because, that's right, they got 1,000 Trails membership. So they're going to be hanging out more in some of the resortier places. So that means they're going to be doing different things and filming different things and having all kinds of activities, which I think is pretty cool, especially for a family when you're traveling around. And now, not that there's anything wrong with Wandering Jimmy and Aja and them guys and everything, but with the kids, I think when they're in this kind of setting and situation where there's, little clubhouses with video games and maybe a pool table and swimming pools and other kids, I think they're going to have a lot more fun and have some cool experiences on the road. Again, not that anything was wrong with what they were doing before, but this will just expand it a little bit, and they still have the opportunity to go boondocking and go hang out with the the tribe and everything, just like normal. But now they have this as an option too. It just opened it up and made it even bigger and better. And I think it's a good idea for them. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of activities and other things they get into now. I'm going to be checking them out pretty close. I think you should do the same thing. So go over and check out Full Tiny House. Speaking of 1,000 Trails, RV Tips and Trips. That's right. They just got a 1,000 Trails membership as well. And if you want to know a little bit about it, you didn't hear about it yet, go over and he talks about the different packages that they have and the zones and the pricing and the add-ons and the payments plans and all that good stuff. He goes through and talks all about it. If you need to know the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs and what's it going to cost and is it worth it and all that stuff. RV Tips and Trips. He'll give you his opinion on the whole thing. So go over and check him out if you want some information. And even if you don't, go check him out anyway. BlindViews sent you. Go on over. All right, what else has been going on YouTube? Okay, we got Vivian from Vivian Tries. She did the chicken sandwich. Popeye's come out with a new chicken sandwich, and she compared it to the Chick-fil-A thing. It's one of those things. I love Vivian and her channel. She's awesome, but this is one of them things that is going on YouTube right now. It's the big craze. Everybody's waiting in line for this new Popeye's chicken sandwich. Whatever. It's just a damn chicken sandwich. But you can find a bazillion and one videos about this on YouTube. So, but yeah, that's what Viv's doing. I just thought I'd let you know. All right, now we got Squirmy and Grubs. They are trying to plan a trip. Yes, trying to plan a trip to Poland to visit Hannah's family. And it's becoming quite difficult for them. They're having a problem getting a flight, the overseas flight. I think it's from Amsterdam to Poland, but that will accommodate his wheelchair. And they're going through all kinds of trouble. And it's just, the whole video is a whole lot of phone calls and talking. And but it's pretty crazy. So they're on this big thing about, accessibility on airplanes. And Shane has to go through this whole ordeal. I think I went through this a while back on a video where he's in a little car seat that's not meant for, someone he's not huge, but these things are made for children. He's a little bit bigger than child size, and he has all these foam pads and pillows and everything stuffed around him so he can actually sit in a plane seat. And because there's no room to actually come up and pull your wheelchair in a spot, and so they have to try to get his wheelchair into the cargo hold, and some of the doors are short, and his wheelchair, it's crazy. Go over and check out the video for all the details. But it's really interesting stuff, and they talk about that they are working on these, wheelchair retaining devices or clamps or straps or whatever they are for airplanes. And they say that these things are more safe than what able-bodied people get in their actual flight seat. And I find this all interesting because many years ago, I did work at an airport for a year or so. I worked in the hangar. So when the planes landed at the end of the day, we brought all the planes in and we did all the hoopla, everything and anything, from cleaning them and waxing them and changing tires and fixing whole bird strikes and all kinds of stuff, changing toilet seats and cleaning and changing out, dirty sheet cushions and all kind of goodies like that. But anyway, I know a little bit about the airline industry, and I'll tell you for a fact, the airline industry is only interested in one thing, and one thing only, and that is money. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about you. They don't care about your comfort. They don't care about anything. After the big 9/11 deal, they cried the blues. Oh, everyone's going to be afraid to fly. So the government came in and gave them $1 bazillion to bail them out, and all they did is the usual things. They didn't do anything to improve anything. All they did was they gave themselves big bonuses and said, yay, look what we did. And then they ripped out all the seats in the airplanes and they squeezed them together and put in extra rows. Yeah, they didn't give you any more room or make anything more comfortable for you, even though you, as taxpayers, are the ones that gave them all this money. No, they didn't rip all the seats out and give you some room. No, they ripped them all out so they could squeeze extra rows in. They did it. I know. I was there. But, yeah, that craziness. And then they raised the prices. And, yeah, they charge you all kinds of ridiculous prices for bags and what they're checked on and everything. And they overbook every single flight. Yes, every flight is overbooked. They count on some people not showing up at all. They count on some people showing up late and just not being able to make the flight. So, yeah, as an example, if there is a plane that holds 50 people, they will book at least 80. And it happens all the time. So they ain't looking out for you. They don't care about your comfort, your well-being, or anything. They just want you to give them money, and they'll try their best to get you from point A to point B. So I hate to break it to you, Hannah and Shane. Yeah, they really don't care about you. They just care about you giving them the money. All right, my buddy Carolyn. That's right, Caravan Carolyn. Now, she's talking about making some big changes yet again. All right. Now, the kids were there. They came from Washington State down to Arizona, where she's at. They stayed with her in the fifth wheel until they got their job squared away and found an apartment. Well, it was moving day, and everybody moved in. They went and they got all kinds of furniture and stuff, and they started moving into the apartment. Well, I guess the bug hit Carolyn, because she starts talking about how much her electric bill is just for the tiny little fifth wheel that she lives in. Well, it's not tiny, but compared to an apartment. So she was going through all that in her head, and she was like, yeah, the conveniences. You know, she went from the van, and then she saw the little trailer and said, look at that trailer. I can stand up. I can have a kitchen. And I can have a shower. Well, then she went to the fifth wheel, and she's like, this is even better. I can walk around, and I have a shower and fifth wheel, and I got all this room. And then once she started helping with the move and seeing the apartment life, she was probably going, yeah, I remember this. I don't have to dump anything. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But she's thinking real hard about maybe going back into the apartment life. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. And she's also contemplating getting a cat. Because, yeah, the kids, they had a cat. And now if they move and the cat's gone, she's kind of missing the kitty cat. So what we're going to have to see here is Carolyn going to up and move into an apartment? Is she going to get a cat? Is she not going to get a cat? Is she going to stay in the trailer? Is she still going to take her trip? Is she not going to take her trip? Lots of things opened up. Don't know what's going on. We're not sure. So there's only one way to find out, right? And that's go over and watch Caravan Carolyn. All right, guys, check her out. All right, let's go over to the box truck world with Dream Side Out. Okay, now he did a very interesting video, I think. Now he talks about being in a box truck and the insurance. Yeah, he finds it very tricky, and he tells you all about it. And I found it quite interesting. See, I guess with him, he went ahead and got his box truck, built it all out, got it insured, you know, you give him the VIN and everything. And, you know, if you punch in the VIN, it'll say it's this year, make, model, what it is and everything. But, yeah, he said he was insured for several years. And then one time out of the blue, something happened. So he called an insurance company and said, hey, this is what happened. And they took care of him. But then they dropped him. And he called and was like, what's the deal? Well, did I do something wrong? What? They were like, no, we just don't insure commercial vehicles, your box truck. And he was like, well, apparently they didn't know it was a box truck until he actually sent in photos of, the damage and everything. It's just a whatever, a Ford or a Chevy chassis, blah, 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 whatever. So they didn't even know it was a box truck. So I guess, when it comes down to it, what's a box truck? It's, something that the the FedEx guy drives around. It's hauling around furniture or goods or whatever. It's not something that an everyday person just goes and gets a box truck just to drive around to the grocery store and to church or anything. It's a box truck. So when you tell them you got a Chevy whatever, what year and this and that, they don't know it's a box truck, even though they should, because it's, again, you punch in the VIN, it should all come up. But it was a very interesting video. I won't go babbling on about it because, one, I don't have a box truck, but I do find it interesting. He tells you all about it, the ins and the outs of having a box truck and the insurance. So anybody out there thinking about building out a box truck might want to go check this out. Very informative. Good video. Go check him out. Dream Side Out. Cool dude. All right, let's go over and see what my buddy Neil from No Legs, No Problem TV is up to. Well, he's up to a lot, actually. A little while ago, I told you he was doing his little shakedown run with his new to him trailer and, working out all the kinks, seeing what needs to be changed around while he's on a trip. So he gives us the report of his little shakedown run, the little things he needed to tweak, what he needed to change, what he found not conducive to him, and what was okay. He gives us the report on that. But he also gives us some good news for him. He is in a partnership with Hero Soap Company. Now, Hero Soap Company, go over and check out this video. Check out his channel, check out the video. He'll tell you all about it. But it is a soap company, and it is money goes to veterans and first responders, basically EMS, firefighters. But yeah, don't listen to me ramble. He's the one that's in the partnership. He knows what's going on a lot better than I do. So go on over, No Legs, No Problem TV. Check out Neil and let him tell you all about his new partnership with Hero Soap Company. And congrats, Neil. Good on you, man. Awesome stuff. Who's that? That's Pippa from Worm's Eye View. That's right. We've been talking about her. She been looking for a van, saving for a camper van. She found one. She got it. Well, she actually got it now. She actually went and picked it up with some help from some friends. But yeah, she's in it. She's checking it out. She's cleaning it up, and she's doing a little bit of this and that and figuring what she wants to do to it, what she got to rip down, what she got to fix, and all that good stuff. But she is over the moon about it. I can't wait to see the craziness and the nonsense that she gets into. The girls a trip at home. I can just imagine what she's going to be like out and about doing some camping in the van. Now, her hubby Lee, he's not real keen on the whole van idea. He's like, yeah, whatever. But I think she got him talked into going out on little trips. Not too much. I don't know. I don't know, Lee. I'm kind of with you. I don't know. But anyway, go over and check out Worm's Eye View and check out Pippa's new van and see how excited she is. I mean, she seems like she can't wait. Although it's not an automatic, it's a manual. And she says she hasn't driven a manual in quite some time. But seemed like she picked it back up pretty quick. So I guess it is like riding a bike. Okay, we're going to wrap this one up with a reminder that RV Homesteader, I call her Polly Girl, but she had a little engine fire, got it contained, and to go over and show her some love, remind everybody, and to thank the ones that already did and went over and showed her some support and gave her the attaboy. I just hope everything works out for her because the poor girl's had a run of bad luck. So this is to you, Polly Girl, or RV Homesteader. I hope things get better, and I'm glad that you contained it to the engine compartment and you didn't lose your RV. Things can only go off from here, right? This is BlindViews. Thanks for watching, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.